Hey guys, and welcome back to Legos Island. So today is Thursday, January 18th, 2024, and as you guys can see, the Winter Party 2024 has arrived. And yes, these guys died, so I will revive them soon. I forgot to do that before recording, but I'm also going to clarify, I did not think I would be filming it this late. This was meant to be filmed hours ago, but kept taking multiple breaks. I still did it, though. Anyway, automatically jumping right into the tour, I will go get some dogs actually right now. See who we get today. Rover, Earth, and Akramine. Now, Rover will be replacing by Icy. But thankfully, Akramine is still here. Except for Earth. You know what? We'll take Lapis instead, because technically, maybe we want to coincide with like all three colors of this party. Now that I think about it. Even though Cyan technically isn't one of them, it still is, I guess, counts. Now that we got that out of the way, let's actually start the tour. Jumping in automatically, as we can see, the port is decorated. By the way, not even half the island is decorated for this party, so this probably won't take long. As you guys can see, we have huge snowmen right here. By the way, those things are everywhere in this party. I mean, see, even up there and even up there. They are all over the place. And yes, the snow maze down here. Pretty cool. We'll get to that very soon. But yeah, here's the port, guys. As you guys can see, this is very cool. Fun fact, did you know that the maze was never supposed to be open during this party? Straight up at all, because this party was originally supposed to occur the day after its 6-year anniversary. So the maze was never supposed to technically be a part of this at all. That's not a joke. This was literally planned the day before I made this. That's not a joke. So this was kind of last minute. The day before. So yeah, just to clarify, the maze was not supposed to be opened at all during this party, originally when planning it out. I thought I'd just make that very clear, and can explain why the maze is open. But yeah, it is the snow maze for this party, and my god, it looks so different inside. The lodge is also decorated, but in order to get up there, we need to, of course, go into the lodge. And, of course, make our way up here. Of course, we will also need to make our way up there as well. The problem is, we have no way of doing that. Well, that's unless we go on top of the roof. Which, in order to do that, we will have to get up here. Which, I guess, for this party, that is allowed. So, I guess in this case, it's kind of funny that I have ladders here. Good day. We can actually make this work. Yep. Just like that. Perfect. Awesome. So, yep, that is your one way to get up here during this party. Which is very, very cool. Anyway, this also offers our first free item, being the blue winter hat. Put that on, and that is how it looks. It looks very cool. On top of here, as you can see, we have a sign that says winter, which may or may not also explain why the hat is up here. This says winter, with all of the colors that are in this party. On the outside of the lodge, below the winter sign, we have a ton more streamers and decorations, alongside some banners as well, which look very pretty, although actually I feel like adding a few over here. Yeah, that actually looks way better. That actually looks so much better. Yeah, I like that more. I love that way more. Actually, I'll add a few more over here, actually. Yeah, now that's better. That is much better. Okay, we're good. But that item is available elsewhere. All items are available on day 1. But that's it for the lodge. What do you guys think? Let's move on. The blacksmith shop and resort are not updated, but the Pirate and Bullseye Park is, however. Now, I know we're going to be going a bit out of order on this one, but it genuinely doesn't matter. The blue winter boots are up next. And, just to clarify, this has Frostwalker on them, which means, specifically the following, we are able to freeze freaking everything, which is awesome. yep, we are able to freeze everything. Of course, obviously it will melt. But, hey, we get the blue winter boots. And heck, originally this wasn't going to be decorated originally, but it's updated. Similarly to how it was during Operation Freeze, except this time there's snow all over the place. What a coincidence. So that's pretty cool. The lazy river's updated in this party. Awesome. Alright, let's move on. Oh yeah, and the target's updated. And actually, here's how this room looks. The Pirate and Bullseye Park looks amazing as well, with a ton of winter decorations. And again, that's where the free item is. This all looks amazing. And truly does look winter themed. It also mainly looks like an ice skating rink, similarly to the April 2019 snowstorm in Legos Island in 2019. This is kind of what it's meant to reference, but obviously made a little differently, obviously so we don't copy it. The target was also made out of ice as well, with snow in the middle. And if you could clearly also tell, there's snow all over the place here, which is freaking awesome. So, that wraps up this room. The next room is the water park, which as you can see, it is frozen solid. And if I'm being quite honest, that's literally all I did for this room. But you may actually notice something. That's right, the ice core rooms are actually open during this party. It actually makes sense though, as this is the winter party. So it would make total sense that these, of course, would be open. Now, maybe not every single one of them is open. The reason I purposely say that is because it's only mainly open in rooms that are actually decorated. For a clear example, I managed to skip the one in the port and lodge, mainly because of how hidden they are. To be specific, it's actually hidden down here. There are no new changes, but it is open for the sake of this winter party, with the soul torches added right here for extra light. As they did end up becoming a little dark in here when putting down the powdered snow, to make them as hidden as possible, to make you think that they weren't open in this party when in reality they actually are. Now, let's get out of here and let me go show you the one in the lodge, because it's also very well cleverly hidden. It's located down here, and looks exactly the same as it was in 2020. To clarify, the balcony and cave are not updated. Next up is the two small mountains, although actually, okay, we're down here apparently, but hey, perfect timing since it is open during this party. Yep, the two small mountains ice core room looks very, very cool. Alright, let's move on. But as I just previously addressed, only the second one is updated, as I didn't know what to do for the first one. So, as you can see, that is how it looks. It looks very, very, very beautifully decorated. And there are banners everywhere. Also, look how far out this actually goes. I know, I didn't think I was actually going to go this insane. But I ended up doing that anyway for some freaking reason. This is very cool. Anyway. So. We have a huge snowman up here as well, which looks very, very cool. Anyway. Now that we have that over with. Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me. God dang it. Before we head over there, though. Let's go ahead and do the maze. Actually, let's save the maze for last, considering it's probably the coolest part of this party. There was originally supposed to be more ice sculptures here, but I just could not think of anything, so I have to get rid of these now. So, yeah, because originally I was probably going to do more ice sculptures here, but I just could not think of anything creative, so, yeah, I have to remove these now. Oh, well, that's fine. Let's do that. And then normally this one is like that because there's normally a candy cane there every year for Christmas. I know, we try to keep the ones like that where there are normally candy canes. And to clarify, the first ever ice core room ever is also open, as you can see, where the first ever ice core was ever put on January 25th, 2020. Of course, by then, this party will be over. Now, we do have some ice sculptures around here. Let's talk about this first one, the USF logo. This is obviously in clear reference to the fact that as of making this party, I am currently there. Well, not right now. But I'm still doing classes there as of course, making this event. So I thought I'd just represent it because why not? But also, it's been a lot of fun. And as of recording this video, I'm off for the weekend now, so that's probably why I'm at this party today. The only other sculpture I ended up making is the Blue Friendship Heart. This is another reference to what I just addressed. This is meant to represent the fact that I've made a lot of friends during my time there so far. With a lot of the classmates that I have. And it feels great. So I made this in commemoration. So that's pretty awesome. And that's exactly what this is. Now, why I made it so huge, though, is beyond me. I don't know. I just felt like, why not? It looks really cool, though. Now, the pet cemetery on the inside is not updated. In fact, we're actually done with this room. Lastly but not least is the village. By the way, there are no inside rooms updated for this party. Hence why I keep skipping all the inside rooms. The village, again, is the last room to be decorated outside of the maze, which, again, we will get to last, since it's probably the coolest part. As you can see, there is a snowman right here, which looks very, very cool. It's meant to be holding, like, snowballs, which is pretty cool. Fun fact, I think there was actually supposed to be a snowball fight area in this party, but I just could not find a place for it. If you have an idea, please comment down below. Anyway, the last room, of course, being the village as usual, also holds one of our last items, which is the white winter leggings. And then I just remembered we never went to the tallest mountain. Yep, I literally just realized we never went to the tallest mountain because it is updated during this party. Yeah, let me get that over with before I finish the village. This thankfully should not take long, though. As you can see, we have snowmen all over the place because that sign in the previous episode was not joking. As you can see, it looks like this, which looks very, very cool. It also holds, actually, not our technically last item. We actually got one more item, which is located in the maze. Because you may notice, we are missing one piece of armor. And yes, there is a shirt, but it's located in the maze. And I'll show you specifically where. But, as you can see, with the snow golem spawn egg, we can also pull out shears and spawn in a few snow golems. Get rid of the pumpkins, and you have regular snowmen. That's why this is offered here. But as you can notice, it is mainly the place where a ton of snowman statues have been located, which are all very, very cool. There are 3 total, with snowmen just walking around them, making this look very, very cool. With all that said, let's move on back to the village. Heading right back to the village, as you can see. Again, we have a ton of winter decorations around here as well, which all look very, very cool. And is again where we found our last item, at least prior to the maze. This room honestly does look really cool. And we do have the village ice core room down here as well, which all looks very cool, except for the fact that I never highlighted that. Oh god. And I should probably also turn this into actual blue. And there we go. Why didn't I not do that a few years ago? Either way, this room is open. Lastly but not least, is over here, which all looks very, very cool. This honestly looks so freaking cool. And that wraps up every single room in this party that, of course, isn't the maze. Now let's do the maze, as it is one of the coolest parts of this party. The features in this party obviously include the snowman area, the ice skating place at the water park and Pirate and Bullseye Park respectively, and of course, the maze. Just to name a few. Which actually are, I think, the only few activities in this party. Like 3 activities total. Ah! Never mind. You know what? Actually, we haven't taken the ladders in a long time, so you know what? That's actually cool. Now it's time for probably the coolest part of this party. And as a reminder, this was never supposed to be intentionally put in here. But as you can see, the maze has been entirely transformed for this party. And is also where we're going to find our final item. Going deep inside, we can find our official last item, the light blue winter jacket. Let's put that on, and our armor set is officially finished. As you can see, we are all armored up for this thing. Now that we have found the chest, we can go back in here. And now we can explore the winter maze, or actually the snow maze. Actually, yeah, it is called the snow maze. Because as you can see, look how, like, entirely transformed it has become. Like, it is entirely different now. Of course, it is the same usual maze, just all covered in snow now. So, just to clarify, it is basically the exact same maze, just covered in snow now. Which, honestly, is so cool. So yeah, and we will not be getting any other items after this. That was the last item, and I'm not kidding. But seriously, look how different this looks. It's the same maze, just all covered in snow. And down here will definitely prove that too. I had to literally get rid of all the lava. By the way, I wanted to clarify that I did this a night ahead of time. Because I knew it was going to take the longest. Like, especially now that I was adding it in last minute, I knew I needed to do it a night ahead of time. And look at that. I am still filming this video right before midnight. Which makes me kind of afraid that I'm not going to get it out in time, but oh well. But who knows, what if there is a random surprise that I do, but we're actually about to be ending the video actually, so yeah. Still though, all these items just look genuinely amazing. And I did forget to collect the winter banner at the Pet Cemetery Mountain, so we're going to have to go back there later. Oh well, I just like realized that. But oh well. But yeah, this looks amazing. This genuinely looks amazing. This entire maze. And hey, what a coincidence. A cool way to celebrate 6 years, even though we were not going to do that anyway. Like, yes, the day I'm recording this is the day that we created the maze 6 years ago, that I created the maze 6 years ago in 2018. And we were originally not going to do anything to celebrate it this year because I said that last year would be the last one. Technically, this isn't even a maze anniversary. This is just the winter party, with it just being covered in snow. Unfortunately, however, that's where it ends. And is also, ironically, the end of this episode. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of Legos Island. I hope you all enjoyed. And what are your thoughts on the winter party? It is a weekend-long event. So by January 22nd, it will be gone. And, yeah. So I'll at least get one more video with this party. And yes, I thought I'd just collect that real quick because I realized I never collected it up here. So now we are officially set. I will see you all in the next episode. Goodbye!